Look at this beautiful fish today. Absolutely gorgeous. Give some time for people to log in here, catch us live. Look at this absolutely beautiful walleye. Minnesota fan favorite, absolutely beautiful, fresh Great Lakes walleye. And today we are going to be cooking this up as classic as it gets around these parts. We're gonna do a shore lunch fish fry because why not? It's beautiful out, it's Friday, it's fish fry day. And if you can't get out to your normal fish fries because you're doing the social distancing, good for you. But we're gonna show you how you can still do that at home for your friends and family. So, got some beautiful walleye today. We've got people logged in, it looks like. So we're gonna go ahead and get cooking. Get my pan going with my oil. So I've just got a little vegetable oil here in the pan. And we're just gonna do this as simply as possible using our good friend and favorite shore lunch. Beautiful stuff, perfect for this fish. So easy to use. We do have this available online, so you can order it, no problem. And while our oil comes up to temp, talk a little bit about our fish here. Again, this is some beautiful fresh walleye. This is not previously frozen, from the Great Lakes. Super beautiful local fish. Perfect for this kind of thing, perfect for this time of year. Again, it's like a gorgeous spring day outside, so I know some people might be feeling a little cabin fevery already, but this should help with that. So, while this heats up, we'll talk a little bit about the fry setup for doing the shore lunch mix here like this. What we've got is we've got a little bit of milk. You can use beaten egg instead of milk, that would be fine. You can use whatever kind of your preference is. And then we've got the shore lunch mix that I've just emptied into a little container here. And I'm gonna dredge in the milk and dredge in the shore lunch and then fry. The trick to this, to making sure that everything is crisp and that it sticks the way you want to, is to make sure your walleye fillets are very dry first. Anytime you're frying any fish, before you dredge it or batter it or anything, make sure it's patted very dry. That's gonna make sure that that batter or that breading, whatever you're using, sticks in place. Otherwise, it's just gonna fall apart or fall off. So I've already done that ahead of time, so these are very nice dried fillets, perfect. And then I've got milk here. This could easily be substituted for a beaten egg if you were so inclined, whatever you've got. In fact, you don't even really need that, but it's gonna help make that batter thicker, crispier, so it's recommended. And then again, you've got our shore lunch. So to get this going, I'm gonna take one of my fillets, I'm just gonna dab it in my milk. Uh-oh, I'm gonna spill and make a mess. I use kind of a shallow container so that you could all see, and now I'm paying the price. So I'm gonna take my fillet, it's been dredged, I'm gonna drop it into my shore lunch mix. And we want a nice good coating on here. So toss it pretty thoroughly and get it nice and coated. Perfect. So now what I'm gonna do is just sort of shake off any excess. And then again, just like anytime we're frying or putting anything into a pan, you want to kind of lay it away from you. My heat isn't quite where I want it to be yet, so I'm going to wait for that oil to get hotter. In fact, I'm going to turn up my heat a little bit. And while that's going, I'll just dredge my other fillets. So again, go right into the milk, dip it, and flip it, and then into our mixture. And again, just going to get this nice and coated. Perfect, perfect, perfect. It's great. And continue going with all of our fillets. Oil is just about there. I can see it starting to shimmer, which is exactly what we want. Remember, if you have questions or anything like that, please feel free to ask. We are here to talk cooking and food for a little bit. It's just one thing we're just trying to do each day to get through and get by, have some fun, take a little bit of break, and it's been great. Again, the response to these videos has been super fun. We really appreciate everybody kind of playing along, watching, sharing. It's just super fun. So again, I'm gonna take my fish. It looks like we're ready to go down. Yep, we're good. Ooh. don't do that. I'm just going to gently drop it in that fryer oil. Again, place it away from you. And if you're frying anything in a pan like this, one thing you always want to make sure is that you don't fill it more than halfway. Only fill that pan halfway or less. And there we go. And I'll go ahead and just dab this one while we wait for those to finish up. Perfect. And I'm going to just sort of clear my space here. So I don't need that anymore. And go ahead and just give a little wipe down. Perfect. And this is already starting to look golden and nice. Some questions? Oh yeah. This is going to be delicious. Again, it's really hard to go wrong with the classic shore lunch fry. So that's frying up very, very nicely. It's getting golden brown around the edges, which is exactly what I want to have happen. So while that's going, I've got a tray here with some paper towels so that I can drain off my fish. Honestly, it's ideal if you have like a baking tray with some paper towels and then like a drying rack on top, like a metal drying rack. That really helps all that extra oil drip away from the fish without getting soggy. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this over because we're starting to look pretty good here. Absolutely perfect. In fact, I'm going to turn my heat down just a bit because I think we're doing pretty well. Oh, it just smells amazing. Again, it's really hard to go wrong with something that's just this classic. Lay it down away, and perfect. We'll get rid of this. And these should be doing pretty good here. Grab a fresh tongs to help me with the fish in the oil. And while this is cooking, let's see here, let's do another quick check. Looks like we got somebody else. Excited for the tartar sauce recipe. Yeah, this is fun. We get asked for this a lot, so I figured I'd make a little bit of a version for you here. This is looking really good. Give it another minute or so on those because they're getting pretty golden brown. And this is the kind of thing where, again, you want your oil to be about 350, and when it gets that temperature, as soon as that fish is really golden brown, it's going to be cooked through. These fillets are thin enough where that's not really a big concern. So, again, as soon as they get nice and golden brown, you're good to go. You also want to have your salt at the ready. Just anything that comes out of the fryer, you want to season and salt right away. Just a general rule. And here. Oh yeah. That is perfect. I'm going to set that right on my tray. You see how fast this fries up? I mean, this is why we love our Minnesota fish fries. Go to the lake all day, catch a bunch of fish, come home, fillet it up, and have a nice little fish fry. Alright, so that still needs a little bit to go. That's looking pretty good. Let it cook off. And again, as soon as these come out, we want to hit them with a little salt. Always season from up high. That gives the salt a chance to kind of disperse in the air and not collect all in one spot. So you don't get one piece that's really salty and then the rest of it is under seasoned. That's why we do this. Nice little trick. Oh yeah, this is looking so good. One of my all-time favorite things. Just delicious. So let's talk tartar sauce while this is finishing frying. So here I've got about a cup of mayo added to a good tablespoon and a half of Dijon mustard and a nice generous tablespoon of horseradish. This is a great start for any kind of tartar sauce. This is how ours goes. Might not be the exact ratio, but you can play around with that. Add more horseradish if you want a little bit more kick. Add more mustard, add less mayo. You can kind of do that how you want. And to that, I've got some minced up capers and some minced up pickles. These are just regular dill pickles, nothing fancy. I'm going to add just like a tablespoon or two to that. along with the capers. So perfect. This is gonna give a little bit of an acidity, which we want. I've also got some fresh chopped dill here as well, along with some chopped onion or shallot, whichever you kind of prefer or have on hand. And that's, you know, about a tablespoon of each. Gonna add it right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and start this by giving it a little bit of a mix. Actually, I'm gonna maybe give my fish one more little flip. Get those tops just a little bit crispier. And I'm just gonna mix this up together. Obviously, this would be easier to do in a bigger bowl. I didn't really think ahead. But this is the basic foundation for our Coastal Seafoods tartar sauce. It's very, very easy. We get asked for the recipe all the time, but so simple. And again, you can change up the ratio. Again, you can use less mayo, more mustard if you wanted to. You could add more or less horseradish or whatever you want to do. That's looking about right. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. And then, just to sort of kick it all off and bring it all together, I'm gonna remove the fish because we are done here. That's perfect. Turn my pan off, hit these with our salt. Perfect, 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 perfect. I'm just gonna kind of move the hot oil out of the way a bit. Now I've added some salt to this. The last thing we want to add here is a little fresh lemon juice. And I'm just going to kind of cut the seeds out of my lemon here, like so. So I don't have to worry about those falling into my tartar. Perfect. And I'm just going to hit this with a little fresh lemon juice. So what we have here is a pretty good representation of the Coastal Seafoods tartar sauce. So easy to make. I'll show you. It's got that distinctive color. I think the Coastal tartar sauce always has just a slightly different color than most of the tartar sauces that people are used to because of the horseradish and the mustard. I'll give it a little taste, make sure we're in the wheelhouse. Perfect. It just doesn't get better when it comes to tartar sauce like this. So good. You can see it's got that different color there. It's kind of got that yellowish tint, and it's got that beautiful horseradish kick. Absolutely perfect. So let's do this real classy like. So I've got my little container here for my tartar. And we don't want to be skimpy with this by any stretch of the imagination. I've got a little boat here. Let's go ahead and plate our fish in the boat like so. Oh, again, it's just so nice and crispy. Exactly what we want. And then of course, let's go ahead and cut some lemon wedges for this. Those seeds out of there. That's perfect. Let's see if I can. Oh, looks like I'm out of dill. I used it all for the tartar sauce. But you could garnish this with some fresh dill or some chopped parsley if you want. But what we've got there is a true Minnesota shore lunch fish fry, everyone's favorite, along with our Coastal Seafoods tartar sauce, which you can now make at home all yourself. You are welcome for that one. Again, so easy, so delicious, so perfect. It just doesn't get any better than that. I really don't know what to tell you, folks. This is perfect for a day like today. Absolutely gorgeous outside. I know it's kind of, again, might be feeling a little bit of the cabin fever, but this is a great way to sort of try to break through that. Again, do this with your family. and just have a good time. The Walleye, it's available for online order. Unfortunately, we're actually out of the coastal tartar sauce right now, so we don't have any for pre-purchase, but you could certainly make this. We do have some of the mayo available online and different things, or you can just use your favorite tartar sauce, whatever you like. Definitely worth doing. I cannot recommend enough. And the short lunches, of course, online too. So most of what you need is right there. Otherwise, hopefully you got some pantry staples, or if you're doing a grocery store run this weekend to kind of stock up, it's good. Remember, the shelter in place does start officially today. I think it's already probably in effect now. But because we are grocery, we are going to be open. We're still going to be operating exactly as we have been the last 2 weeks. Curbside ordering, pickup, online ordering for pickup, or online ordering for delivery. All those things. And again, if you're doing the social distance thing, definitely take advantage of the delivery. It's great. The online ordering system has really been working out well in terms of being able to keep orders in track and efficiently get people what they need. Also today is the educator discount, students, educators, and we've now extended that to healthcare workers. So 20% off your entire order using checkout code Student Health. So go online, place your order. When you go to checkout, do Student Health, and that'll get you 20% off your entire order. So you can do this and get 20% off. Great deal. Thanks again so much for tuning into all of our videos. We're having fun with this. It's a great way to show off product and just ways to cook at home, and just, you know, again, have a few minutes to kind of talk about food for a little while, break away, and just have some fun. So at any point, if you have any questions after this, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll go through all day and I'll check, and I'll respond to those as best as possible. I'll put up some measurements for the tartar sauce here online so you can make it yourself if you'd like to. Again, super easy. But thanks for tuning in. We will be back again probably next week doing some more fun recipes and things. So again, thanks for tuning in, and we will get you taken care of. Thanks. Bye.